What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion, Super Duper Edition, where we talk nothing but superhero and comic book news. I got my guest over here, Lamont Tyson with Get a Life Games. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Good, brother. Happy to be here. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. There are timestamps in the description box below, and there is a link to everything that we will be discussing. I think it's like 8 or 9 topics. But Lamont, are you ready to get into these topics, sir?
Let's go, brother. Let's do them.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Super Duper number 61.
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
All right, guys, welcome back. Let's go ahead and move into topic number 1 right here. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between DC and Marvel, Marvel and DC. You know, Marvel is my favorite, but, you know, DC doing their thing as well. But we're talking Constantine, man. Do you remember the film that came out a number of years ago with Keanu Reeves? Did you like it? Where are you in on that movie?
It's been so long. I do remember liking it. I do remember liking it. I just couldn't tell you anything about what was going on. I just remember I did like it. I'm a fan of Keanu Reeves, and I thought that he did a good job in that role. But I also thought that they didn't need to make any more of it.
I got you. Well, this is coming from comicbookmovie.com for topic number 1. Constantine 2 producer confirms he has a script he's too scared to read. And they have the exclusive. What does this mean? Lorenzo D. Bonaventura is working through his fears to read the Constantine 2 script. The script for the film has one of his producers too scared to actually read it. The sequel to the 2005 cult classic film starring Keanu Reeves as the supernatural exorcist John Constantine has been in various stages of development over the years. Several stars from the original Constantine, like Rachel Weisz and Tilda Swinton, and director Francis Lawrence have addressed returning for the sequel, and producer Lorenzo D. Bonaventura has provided updates when he can. While fans wait to see where Constantine 2 script was being written, when as he's had a chance to read the script, D. Bonaventura revealed that the fear has kept him from opening it. That doesn't make any sense. You know, it's in my inbox right now. Funny enough, I'm too scared to read it. I want it to be good so bad. I'll probably read it in the next few days when I get on an airplane. Now, Lamont, if I had to be honest with you, I did not like this movie. I don't remember it at all. I did see it one time. I think it was in theaters. I don't think I saw it at home, but it just wasn't for me. And this was my introduction to Constantine, and so it wasn't the best. However, you know me. I like my comic material, but I know more from the animated films and TV shows than the comics. And the Constantine that pops up in like Justice League, Dark, and all of that, that was a new introduction to Constantine for me. And I really did like the character. So the reason why I say all that, man, is if we're getting more of Keanu Reeves, that really doesn't interest me too much. But if we're getting a Constantine that is more in line from the animated films and those features, it does get me excited. How are you feeling about this script that this producer, D. Bonaventura, hasn't read? And are you excited for a potential Constantine 2?
No, I'm not excited unless they do exactly what you just said. Make it more similar to what's in the animated film. Because that Constantine, they make him so good, so powerful, that you would think he can rival Doctor Strange. And I'm assuming that because Constantine does work in a dark universe, the story would be dark, and you might even get some of the other dark characters in this thing, like Etrigan and some of the other characters that do mystical powers. But in terms of where's my excitement for it right now, I don't have any. And I don't understand. I feel like the writer is talking about he's afraid to read a script. I just think that's pomp and circumstance just to get people enticed. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that the script ain't going to be as good as the original? Are you afraid that what's in the script is so menacing that you don't want to read it because you're going to have Freddy Krueger come see you in your nightmares or some shit? I don't know. But at either route be, Avery, I'm not that excited until I hear more.
All right, man. I'm not mad at you, and I feel pretty much the same. I'm just not excited about this either. You know, I'm not rooting for it to lose or anything like that. You know, but if news would have come out just saying, hey, we've scrapped our plans for Constantine 2, I wouldn't lose a moment of sleep. You know, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. There's plenty other, you know, pieces of comic book superhero entertainment that I can consume that I'm sure I would like much better. And so, you know, there you go. That's how we feel about that. But if you want to read the entire article, guys, link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And please make sure that you let us know all your thoughts, because we check out all the comments over here, and I definitely want to know you know, what you guys are thinking over there. Batman, the Batman. We are covering the Penguin right now. If you want to, on my channel or Lamont's channel, and you're curious on what we think about the HBO show, give us a subscription. Check out our recaps. We're having a lot of fun going over the show. But this is topic number 2, coming from Collider, Lamont, and it says, Matt Reeves reveals if the Batman Part 2 is the end of his Dark Knight saga, and they have the exclusive. In a recent interview with Collider, Steve Weintraub for the Penguin, Matt Reeves confirmed that his original vision for the Batman was always part of a larger trilogy, and the Batman Part 2 is just another chapter in the Dark Knight's journey. Reeves reaffirmed that his plan for a trilogy remains intact despite some recalibrations along the way. Weintraub asked if the trilogy was still in the cards after the success of the first film. Yes, that is still the plan, Reeves said confidently. I mean, it's sticking very closely to the path we envisioned. And so what did he have to say? Things kind of shifted. So when we came up with the idea to do the Penguin, that was something where I had always intended to continue Penguin's story and wanted to tell the story of his beginning of rise to power, because we know that he's introduced in the Batman as a kind of mid-level, sort of overlooked mock figure who's not yet in anyone's eyes the kingpin we come to know him as in the lore. And so that was the deliberate, because I wanted, there is a Batman's origin story. I wanted the origin stories of these characters of the Rose Gallery, and that story was really going to be the entree into the next film. Lamont, you haven't seen the Batman, but you have seen the Penguin, or at least a few episodes, man. How are you feeling about this news, this quote? Does it get you any more excited to see the Batman at this time? Like, where are you at after hearing what he had to say?
Boy, you damn straight. I'm over here having geek orgasms. You kidding me? This Penguin is so good. And they sprinkle little tidbits of what happened in the Batman into the Penguin that just further makes me want to go back and see it. If the Batman is the same tone and deference of the Penguin, I'm all about it. Hell, I'm all about getting the backstory of all the villains in Gotham so that we can see how all of them came to power if they are going to be done as good as Penguin. Penguin is the best show that has come out so far this year.
Wow, that's what's up right there. You did say that in our last recap, and it's pretty good so far. You know, this does get me a bit excited too. I'm also curious on whether or not James Gunn will come and step in, just like, hey, now you had the Batman one, it was good, it was successful, made some money, and we're gonna let you do 2. But we can't let you do a 3rd one because you're going to mess up what I'm trying to do with the Batman, the Brave, and the Bold, and we can't have 2 Batmans at one time. People are going to get confused, yada, yada, yada. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And hopefully if, you know, Matt Reeves does have a plan, you know, for a trilogy, you know, that can pop off into fruition, because I don't want a wrench thrown into it, especially if it's good. I didn't hate this film. the Batman, it wasn't my favorite Batman, and I've said that a number of times, and people, got on to me for that in my review. But that's just how I feel about it. So yeah, I'm excited that you're excited about this, Lamont, and so we'll just have to see.
B. Avery, if the next Batman is as good as the TV shows that have spun off from it, it ain't gonna matter what James Gunn say, because the organization and the network and the shareholders is going to be like, you need to get along so we all can make this money along. Yeah. It ain't gonna matter what, because I'm telling you, when more people start going back watching this Penguin, the thirst for this universe is only going to grow. It's only going to grow.
This is true. Well, there you go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, Matt Reeves talking about a trilogy for the Batman. Let us know your thoughts down below if you are excited about this or not. And like I said, link is in the description. But let's take a break from DC and just hop over to Marvel real quick. Kelsey Grammer as Beast. I like the character. I liked him in the Marvels, in the MCU, even though he just kind of popped up at the very end. But I also liked him in the Fox's X-Men world as well. So this is topic number 3. And we have this article right here from MovieWeb. And they say, original X-Men star confirms conversations about returning to the MCU. After his post-credit appearance in the Marvels, Kelsey Grammer has stayed relatively quiet on Beast's future in the MCU, but has now hinted that there could be more to come. Grammer played the iconic X-Man Hank McCoy, aka the Beast, and we all have seen that. Grammer sat down with Comic Book to talk about Frasier Season 2, and they asked him about the future of the Beast in the MCU. While Grammer said he couldn't talk about it, he did mention that there have been conversations. Grammer also talked about the warm audience reaction to his cameo. Grammer says, "There's nothing I can talk about. What do I know is that there was a huge sort of outburst when I showed up at the end of the Marvels. I guess the response was really almost, it wasn't expected. There'll be some response, but it's pretty overwhelming, and there are some conversations." Lamont, are these conversations that you wish you was privy to? Do you want these conversations to be like, we need to have Kelsey Grammer back as the Beast? Make it happen, Captain. How you feeling about this? You want him back? You don't want him back? Where you at, sir? Where you at?
I'm indifferent. Take him or leave him. I don't have to have his ass back. But what I think we're seeing is that people are thirsty to see the old actors that played the Fox version of the X-Men in the MCU. And Hugh Jackman has screwed it so that we're not going to be moving on too fast. We might even see Halle Berry come back as Storm because of the precedents that Hugh Jackman set, and because of the pop that Kelsey Grammer got at the end of the Marvel. So it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm not cheering for it to happen, nor am I saying I don't want the man to get a job. I'm here for it. He's going to do a good job in the role, but I'm not excited about this move the way I was excited about Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine.
I do agree. If he comes back, hey, that's fine. If he doesn't come back, that's fine too. I would prefer him not come back unless he is playing the role that he played before, like Fox's X-Men, because we do live in a multiverse, omniverse type thing. But I don't want him to come back to fulfill the role of the new X-Men. When we get that new team, and no. I don't even want Hugh Jackman back for that. And we're going to be talking about that later. But yeah, this is, it is what it is. Hopefully, I think at this point, whatever decision they make, it'll be the right one because they're walking on eggshells. But y'all, let us know what y'all think. The link to this is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. They're having conversations. Should Kelsey Grammer come back or not? What you laughing at over there? What you laughing at?
The way you said they having conversations.
Oh,
I mean, I I have conversations with myself. It don't mean that I'm gonna escalate anything.
Right,
Like,
right,
give us
right.
more than that, Marvel. Give us more than that.
Yes, yes. Give us more than that. Give us more than that. But like I was saying, link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Let us know your thoughts. We are dying to know. We are dying to know. Lamont, Lanterns, man. Lanterns, Lanterns, Lanterns. I am looking forward to this show on HBO Max. But if they cast this person as Green Lantern, I would be highly upset. Last episode of Super Duper, I was talking with Elliot, and they said that Josh Brolin was up for the role. And I was like, hell no, that's just horrible. But we have an update. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And it says, Josh Brolin passes on HBO's Green Lantern TV show. They have the exclusive. I am so happy about this because I thought that would be horrible, horrible casting. DC is now looking to put the power ring on another actor for the Lanterns. Brolin was eyed to play Hal Jordan, the cocky Green Lantern hero previously played by Ryan Reynolds in the ill-fated 2011 Green Lantern movie. According to multiple sources, the actor received an offer at the end of August. By the end of the past weekend, his mind was made up. No details were available. Lanterns already has a high pedigree, as Ozark's Chris Mundy is showrunning the 8-episode series, co-written by Damon Lindelof and creator HBO Watchmen and Lost. But the main thing is Brolin is not going to be cast as Green Lantern, man. That's dope. Are you happy, Lamont? Are you sad? Are you upset? You know, how did you feel about this whole thing, man? How'd you feel?
When I first saw it, I was like, damn, Josh Brolin again? Josh, you know I'm your boy. We've talked. And I never want to take food off your plate. But here's the problem. You got 1,000 plates coming across your table. This is a plate you don't need. I want a younger, again, no knock on Josh. I want a younger Green Lantern. And I've seen Josh do too many major roles as a hero that I don't want to see him do DC. So when the news broke that he's not going to do it, I said to myself, now we thinking like Kendrick Spears, because I did not want him to play this role. Avery, there are so many other people that could play the role. Let somebody else get some of that bite of that apple, because there's going to be potentially 3 Green Lanterns here, 3 of them. And if I got to pick one to be the older, grizzled Lantern, I definitely want that one to be John and not Hal Jordan. So yeah, good job, Josh.
Shout out to John Stewart. I can't wait to see this pop off, man. And you know who I want to be cast is him, you know, Mr. Aldous Hodge. You know, I think that would be yes. What? Let me see what you don't want Aldous Hodge to be John Stewart?
We just see him as Hawkman. Why do I want him to
and that universe is no more.
Okay, good point. That's a good point.
Yeah,
good
point. That's being retconned, rebooted, thrown away, so he can be somebody. You know, and he voiced it. I mean, it was just a voice. But okay, who would you? I know we're gonna go back to Josh Brolin in a second, but who do you want? Who do you want as John Stewart?
Like I said, I want my guy to be a little older, a little bit more grizzled. I could see Tay Diggs playing it.
Oh my gosh.
I could see Morris Chestnut playing it.
Really?
Let me do some more digging. Let me do some more digging on my older grizzled Green Lanterns. I mean, hell, I might even could see Michael Jai White playing it. He's a little older. He's grizzled.
Oh man, you're 0 for 3. You ain't chose one good person, but keep going.
Yeah. But I got to do some more thinking.
Okay,
this is just off the top of the dome. And look, I love Aldous Hodge and his brother, but I think I want to see Aldous Hodge play a villain. I think that's what my problem is.
I'm not opposed to that, but Tay Diggs definitely no. Morris mind you, I like Tay Diggs and I love Tay Diggs as an actor. He's a phenomenal actor. Very talented.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, and I want him to win. Same thing with
yeah,
Morris Chestnut. Same thing with Michael Jai
yeah.
White. I don't see them as Jon Stewart though. Green Lantern. I just no. That's just me though. That's just me. Y'all can let us know in the comment section. But I'm also not feeling this right here. No, Josh Brolin is Green Lantern. So this makes me happy. It makes Lamont happy.
Me too.
It makes
Yeah,
me happy.
good.
Does it make you happy? Let us know in the comments down below, because that would be an awful decision that should never happen in a million gajillion years. But Lamont, there is something that should happen. Okay,
What's that?
some characters deserve a solo film. Some characters do not. And this is one that I think deserves one. And that is Miss Scarlet Witch, man. Miss Scarlet Witch. I think everything that Elizabeth Olsen is doing with this character is pretty dope. And this next article I haven't read, so this is a surprise to me. Let's go ahead and get into this, sir. This is coming from a comic book movie. Scarlet Witch. New report may confirm plans for solo movie. Jack Schaffer and Megan McDonnell penning script. All right, we've been hearing rumors about this for a few years now, and it may pop off. I hope so. New Production Weekly report claims that Scarlet Witch film is in the works and is aiming for a 2026 release. WandaVision and Agatha All-Along writers Jack Schaffer and Megan McDonnell are said to be working on the scripts. We haven't seen Wanda since Multiverse of Madness when she supposedly died, and also she was wrecking shop over in WandaVision as well. In a recent interview, the actress was asked about potentially reprising the role in the MCU and responded with the following. It's a character I love going back to when there's a way to use her well, and I think we've been lucky when I started. I was used well, and they kind of didn't know what to do with me for a second there. It's a character I love going back to when there's a way to use her well, and I think I've been lucky when I started. I was used well, and they kind of didn't know what to do with me for a second there. If there's a good way to use her, I'm always happy to come back. Lamont, do you want her to come back? Do you think there's a good way to use her? Do you like the way she's been used in the past? How you feeling, my brother? How you feeling?
Yes, I love any and all ways you can use her. Yes, bring her back. Man, but if you bring her back, you have to give her a compelling antagonist because she was so superpowered. Keep in mind, this is still the same Scarlet Witch that beat up 3, 4 super powerful people in the multiverse. Just took them out one clean swoop. So if you do bring her back, I would be curious to know how you're going to use her. And I know Mrs. Olsen is not coming back unless the script fits pretty well with where she wants her career to go. And so I kind of feel like they need her, B. Avery, honestly, to at least be in one of these upcoming Avengers movies. So why not give her something solo so that she can be in one of the upcoming Avengers movies? Because she is a force all by herself.
Thank you. I hope she comes back too. She's just too powerful of a character, not to be used in a huge pivotal way in the MCU. And I'm not even an expert on her, but just a simple Google search and just look at her power set. It's just like, okay, you can't have her in the back drawer. You got to have her on the forefront. And so I like the character. As far as what they've done with her so far, I'm disappointed because I feel like they should have done more. And I do feel like Multiverse of Madness was a missed opportunity, but now I think they, have their mind right mindset to get this right. They're no longer on the Chapek anymore. They're back on the Iger. So I think this is good. And the little bit that I have seen so far of Agatha All Along, I'm not saying that she pops up or anything like that, but we know that she's in the same realm. And I like the way they're handling this. And so it just kind of gives me promise for the future to where, okay, if this is where you're going now with Agatha, then man, y'all are going to possibly knock this out the park if you continue to go this way with Scarlet Witch. And so hoping things work out, man, because, I'm feeling all this so far. Any more final thoughts on that?
Please get her back. And not only get her back, but get her back and have her be more on the have her play more of a good person role, less of a villainous role, and have her at some point in time be so charged up that we get to see the full extent of her power. I need y'all
Oh
to
yeah.
get us a villain that can have her unleash the full extent of her power.
I don't want them. I want them to build up to it though. I don't want them to do too much at one time. But I definitely feel you in that. I do. I do. But ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We don't just give our opinion over here. We want to know yours as well. Link to that is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And like I said, let us know your thoughts because we are dying to know over here. We are dying to know. But now, Lamont, we got to talk about Wolverine, man. We got to talk about Wolverine. He popped up in Deadpool and Wolverine. And it's his first time in the MCU, and it was great. But we have an update from Cosmic Book News. What do they have to say? No Wolverine rumored again for X-Men movie. Not because of Hugh Jackman? What's going on, man? It's again claimed that Wolverine is not in the X-Men movie, which is said to be in development at Marvel Studios, with Hunger Games writer Michael Leslie writing the script. There's no director or release date officially announced. The latest rumor, which followed the same rumor from September of last year, comes via Daniel RPK, who says exactly what was said a year ago. Daniel RPK said on his Patreon that fans have to pay for. I hear the current treatment of the MCU reboot does not include Wolverine at all. And that was exactly what was said by Can We Get Some Toast last year as well. And these are scoopers. Now, if you want to read the full article, feel free. But this is not an issue for me. Yes, Wolverine is a very popular character. He is. And the reason why we got so much of Hugh Jackman was because that was a 20th Century Fox decision, corporate executive decision. But there's no really X-Men and a Wolverine and the X-Men. When you study the X-Men and do your research, Wolverine is not always at the head of the show leading the charge. He's an important character, but he's not at the forefront. That would be more like Cyclops or something like that. So when we eventually do get our new X-Men movie, Lamont, in the MCU, I'm fine if Wolverine isn't there. Do I want him to show up eventually? Hell yeah. And it would be a darn shame if he didn't. But if he's not there in the first movie, I'm cool with it. What say you, my guy? What say you?
I'm 100% on board with you. We could get an X-Men origin story, and there ain't no Wolverine in that shit. Personally, this might sound like I'm hating, but I'm tired of Wolverine. Okay, damn it, he's not that significant. People, he has been treated like WWE treated Hulk Hogan. They thrust his ass to the top of the roster, pushed him down people's throat, and over time, because of the bright ass suit and the claws, kids started liking him. So he became the most popular X-Men. But when it comes to powers and stories and backstories, there are other stories in the X-Men lore that can be told that are really, really good. So sit his ass down, and I'm not saying don't bring him back. Bring him back eventually, yes. But tell the original first X-Men's origins that only had like Cyclops, Jean, Beast, and I think Storm and Professor X. And we're going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to be just fine, y'all. Hold your horse. You got your Hugh Jackman fixed, and it probably would cost Marvel so much money to bring him back. I heard about that last contract they had. Okay? They're not trying to pay that money. Plus, we need new Wolverine blood coming into the MCU. So, no, sit them down. We don't need the clown suit. We don't need the claws. I ain't got to worry about getting my son that outfit anytime soon. So, no, stay on the bench.
Right on, man. I agree with you. If Wolverine is there, that's great. But if he's not, again, I'm not going to lose any sleep whatsoever, man. And so, it is what it is. But I'm confident they'll be making the right decision. So, guys, link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And let us know your thoughts, if this makes you happy or sad and what direction you think Marvel should go with as far as Wolverine in the future of the MCU. Gotta talk about Spider-Man. Gotta talk about Spider-Man, but not the live action Spider-Man, not the MCU Spider-Man, but what they got going over here at Sony. And they can be really frustrating when it comes to the way they handle the character. But to be honest with you, the way they've handled Miles Morales and Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse has been great. But we have a rumor that we're going to get into from the world of real, okay? And what do they have to say, Lamont? Sony scraps Beyond the Spider-Verse footage delayed to 2027, updated. Spider-Verse composer Daniel Pemberton is denying Snyder's reporting as not particularly accurate. However, Snyder is sticking by his report and calls Pemberton's comments the worst fucking denial of all time. Damn. Shots fired. Now, earlier, this says, let's see. Earlier, if Spider-Man 4 is ready to shoot earlier next year with a 2026 release date in inevitability, then it's a whole other story for Sony's next animated Spider-Verse movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was a huge commercial and critical success back in 2023. The sequel, Beyond the Spider-Verse, was initially supposed to be released theatrically of March of this year, but was abruptly removed from the schedule. Jeff Snyder is now being told that Sony has scrapped most of Beyond the Spider-Verse for creative reasons, and that the movie is now unlikely to release before 2027, given the detailed animation it requires. The Beyond Spider-Verse team is apparently relieved by scrapping, as they will now have more time to work on the sequel. Wow. Now, I'm going to let y'all read the rest of that if you want to. There's not that much, but Lamont, Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse are some of the best superhero comic book movies released of all time. Not only that, just some of the best movies. I mean, they are phenomenal. I mean, both of them are at least a 9.5 out of 10 for me. I mean, when I was walking out of that last film, I was saying to myself amongst a ton of other people, I was like, wait a minute. If they come and knock part 3 out of the part, just like they did part 1 and 2, this could go down as one of the best trilogies of all time. Up there with Toy Story, up there with the original Star Wars films, up there with Lord of the Rings. So on one hand, this makes me nervous because I want them to get it right. I don't want them to mess it up. I want the animation to be fantastic. But at the same time, it makes me happy because I'm like, hey, you know, you're taking your time and getting it right. I would rather them postpone this because of animation than creative reasons. But how do you feel about this, man? Is this good? Is this bad? You know, would you rather the film come out sooner rather than later? How are you feeling about the whole thing, man? And what do you think is really going on? And remember, Snyder said this is the biggest fucking denial of all time. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Because we're not in the offices, I'm going to accept that it's being pushed back to get the animation right. If I'm with you, B.A.B., if they're doing this for the animation, I'm 100% on board. Why would Sony risk probably one of their most successful films franchises ever to not get it right? I'm going to err on the side that Sony is just making sure that everything is right about this. Because if they get 3 right, 3 is going to turn into 4. 4 is going to turn into 5. And as long as they can keep getting the previous movie correct, this is going to be a cash cow for them. And I don't see them pushing it back other than to make sure everything is right on the animation. So for my own personal sake behavior, I'm going to rock with they're pushing it back for the sake of getting the animation correct.
Right on, man. I think you're right. I hope you're right. We're definitely going to see. But like you said it, man, why would Sony risk one of their best, most successful franchises off of something, you know, sillier that they want to rush through and not just think through, man? Y'all got a win on your hands, Sony. I know I give y'all a hard time, but y'all winning here. Don't mess it up.
Right.
Get it right. Okay. This is crazy here, man. This is just wild. So definitely want to hear what all you guys think in the comment section below. But link is in the description, guys. Link is in the description. So read along, comment, all of that. Let us know what you think. Hopefully Sony can get things right, because it would be a darn shame if they couldn't. Sticking more on Spider-Man, my guy, and one of my favorite characters of all time, we got some rumors that we may want to get into, Lamont, about what could happen with Spider-Man 4. You know,
Okay.
this word on the street is that Tom Rothman, the head guy over at Sony, wants a big multiverse type Spider-Man film like they did with No Way Home with Garfield and Tobey, while Marvel Studios wants it to be more grounded. Well, we have this report right here coming from comicbookmovie.com. Let's see what they're talking about. Spider-Man 4. New rumor claims to reveal several villains considered for a now postponed street level story. Rumor has it Spider-Man 4 will no longer be a street level story, but according to a new report, Marvel Studios was considering some fan favorite villains for Spidey's delayed team up with Daredevil. Original plans called for Spider-Man 4 to be a street level story revolving around Peter Parker and Daredevil teaming up to battle Mayor Wilson Fisk. Ant-Man was expected to factor into the story, and the movie was eyeing for a 2025 release until last year's strike caused chaos in Hollywood. Now the movie is expected to swing into theaters in 2026, smack bang between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Yesterday, the Cosmic Circus reported that the plan for the Spider-Man 4 to revolve around Peter and Tom Hardy's Venom team up to battle Knull, god of the symbiotes, and he looks to envelop the multiverse into darkness. Lamont, without even continuing on with the article, that just seems like an awful, awful idea. I mean, man, we are still in Spider-Man's infancy, and they want to go take the multiverse into darkness. That just seems completely ridiculous to me. The site has since shared new details on what Marvel Studios was considering for the movie that once looked to be the set sequel to Daredevil Born Again, which also no longer works following a creative overhaul, and the fact that season 2 won't begin production until later this year. Apparently, multiple villains were being considered for Spider-Man 4, including the Magia, Mr. Negative, Spencer Smythe, the Scorpion, and Prowler. Interestingly, it said Marvel still intends to tell this story, but we may have to wait a little bit longer. Lamont, where are you at right now on all these rumors and villains that could pop up? You look kind of frustrated, man, but I don't want to assume. I'm passing you, sir. How you feeling about all this?
The Lord have mercy. Boy, I am frustrated. Golly. Oh, Peter Parker. Considering the journey that this character has been on, I think that the only way you can have him do street level guys at this point is if he is teaming up with Daredevil. Other than that, it don't make sense. And I will say this too. It also doesn't make sense that he's going to go straight to having to team up with Venom to fight Knull. Knull is the kind of character you need a build up for, my brother. Knull is a god of the symbionts. Knull is the one that had that Necrocost sword that we seen in the Thor Love and Thunder movie. Knull is way too powerful for him to just pop up in some random movie. Now, I would be happy if we can see this version of Spider-Man have to start fighting Venom. And then they have a back and forth, and then they eventually team up to fight Knull and some street level guys. But I don't see how you do a good street level movie without having someone who fights street level with this version of Spider-Man. And so a lot of what you just said, BA, just gives me cause to pause.
I agree, man. I'm just going to echo everything you said. I agree 100%. I think this would be an absolutely horrible idea. And so link to that is in the description box below, guys. Let us know your thoughts. Pretty much everything we're going to be talking about for the remainder of the show is going to deal with Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form. But since we're talking about teaming up with Venom and all of that, Lamont, there was a new trailer that came out not too long ago, the final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. Have you seen it? Are you interested in the movie at all?
I'm not interested, but someone told me that somebody popped up in the trailer that might get me interested. And I am interested in the person that pops up in the trailer, but then I've got more defaming questions about it. So what you got for me, B?
Have you? Okay, so I haven't seen the trailer myself, and so let's go ahead and check that out right now, if you don't mind, because I haven't seen it. So we're going to go ahead and react to this. And Lamont, give me a thumbs up or some indication making me, aware that you can hear this. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here is the final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. Here we go.
Eddie, I'm with you to the end.
This is your captain speaking. If you look out to your left, you'll see a beautiful view of the Grand Canyon.
Told you we could fly!
Oh, the Sun Cruise did it!
I'll be.
Jesus Christ! We're in deep shit! We're not going to like this.
No, I can absolutely guarantee you I'm not gonna.
My home has found us.
Who sent that thing?
My creator.
Of course.
The symbiotes didn't come here by accident. They were running.
From what? What's his name then? No.
No! We have something he needs. As long as Venom lives, everything will end.
What are we doing?
We need a disguise.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Why do you keep knocking people out? What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a while.
We've come a long way, you and me. But we are screwed.
This world can't survive if you stay together.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a while.
But I need him. You're bad people.
There we are.
Always remember you.
There comes a time in every man's life where you have to make a sacrifice.
Always remember you.
Eddie, I'm with you to the end.
Always remember you.
No, this is all the money that we have.
What is this feeling? It's like
This feeling?
It's like all of my problems have gone away. No!
I think you broke my foot.
Eddie, I need more money.
What was that actor's name towards the end right there? Lamont.
Tom Hardy.
No, not the other guy that was at the slot machine. What you think, man? What you think?
So obviously they're going to introduce Knull into this story. Now, I don't think they should do that. And personally, I don't think he's coming to Earth. So, if long as he don't come to Earth and actually do some fighting, I think I'll be okay with them just hinting that, he's in the background. I really don't even want them to show him because this dude is so powerful. I don't even want to show it. I don't know who's the main adversary other than Knull because all we seen was those things that look like they come from the movie Tremors chasing Venom around all day. And that's not going to entertain me one bit. I think that they're really trying to play on the relationship with Eddie Brock and the symbiote. And I think that they're overplaying it a little bit. Some of the jokes was a little slapsticky to me. Them trying to turn a horse into a symbiote.
I'm not
Like
feeling that.
you're doing too much, man. You're doing too much gimmicky stuff, and that's just going by the trailer, y'all. I don't know what the story is going to be like. Am I going to go see it? Yes. Do I want to see a lot of no? Absolutely not. He's too powerful. You can't just drop him in a movie. How the hell would Venom beat him? I mean, to beat him in the comics, Venom had to literally go borrow God level power and use the sword, and even then had to get help from Thor and Odin. So I
Damn.
don't want to see. I don't want to see. I do not want to see Knull come down to Earth and do anything, because if he's defeated B. Avery, I will never watch a Sony thing again, ever, ever, ever.
Lamont, you make a good case, man, and you know more about that than I do. So I'm gonna rock with you on that. With the knowledge. I will say this though, that if I'm just looking at the trailer didn't look bad. I mean, it looked
No,
like
it's
it can
not
be
bad.
fun. Yeah, I just don't have any faith in Sony right now because Venom 2 was trash, Morbius was
Horrible.
trash, Madam Web was trash. Will
Oh
Venom
my
3
God.
and Kraven the Hunter be better? I don't know, but they've had 3 stinkers in a row, and I never wanted them to do a Venom movie without Spider-Man anyway. So
Right.
yeah, guys, that's the trailer. So still sticking on Venom and Spider-Man, my guy. We still have some more potential news on what could happen in the MCU. And so this is coming from Screen Rant. And it says Venom 3 and Spider-Man 4 directly set up Avengers 6 in huge MCU theory. According to a new Marvel theory, Venom The Last Dance could connect the MCU's Spider-Man 4, setting up Peter Parker's role in the Avengers Secret Wars. Audiences wondered when Tom Holland's Spider-Man will return to the MCU following Spider-Man No Way Home. While his Homecoming trilogy has ended, it feels like a new chapter to the MCU is about to get started, and that could be with Spider-Man 4. It's still unclear what the story, and speculation has created many different options. Kevin Feige has said that Spider-Man would be more of a street level moving forward, but there's more rumors that Sony wants Spider-Man 4 to be a multiverse project. Now, we may have just already went over this, but the latest trailer from Venom teased an army of symbiotes coming to Earth. However, there's a more dangerous threat looming behind them, and we're talking about Knull. And yep, there you said it right there. Necrosaur, God, the Gold Butcher, Thor, Love and Thunder. The symbiotes share a hive mind controlled by Knull. In the center, it's safe to say that Knull is the most powerful villain that Eddie and Venom will face in the franchise. So I guess this is pretty much confirming what you just said, Lamont. Rumors have suggested that Spider-Man 4 could be a multiverse story, and it could be a crossover with Hardy's Venom. According to a theory shared on Reddit by user Charles, The Last Dance ends with Venom traveling to Earth 616, seeking help from the MCU's heroes to fight Knull. Man, Lamont, if they do that. Yeah, man, I'm with you. That would be ridiculous. During the final battle, Eddie sacrifices himself so Peter can bond with Venom, doubling his powers. The duo doesn't kill Knull, but does knock him back into the void, hoping he can't escape. In the battle's aftermath, Spider-Man now has the black symbiote suit seen on the cover of the 1984 Secret Wars comic book storyline. So they're talking about this right here, and that's what's going to happen in the theory. No, Lamont. I mean, you can go ahead and repeat yourself if you want to, but yeah, this stinks. This stinks.
B, I think that's going to happen because there's been too many rumors that Knull is supposed to pop up in Spider-Man. So I think that this deal is already done, and I am sick. I'm livid. Can we get before Eddie Brock and Spider-Man join forces? Can we at least have them fight each other for a little bit? I mean, some of the best Spider-Man animation and comic books was Eddie Brock symbiote versus Spider-Man, then them having to team up against Carnage. Then we get to Knull. I would be okay. I'll be okay with this behavior. I'll be okay with this. if the teaser is going to be something along the lines of Knull is about to cross over into the 616, they're able to beat him back for a moment, but he's still going to be a threat that's going to happen later on. But later on is like 3-4 movies down the road after Eddie Brock and Spider-Man had to beat sense into each other. I'd be happy with that. But to just say he's just going to drop into the 616 and then we just got a movie with Eddie Brock and Spider-Man having to team up with each other to fight no, it's not going to work for me. Because Spider-Man and Eddie Brock can't beat no. They can't. They can't. And so, no, let's not see that. No. But I fear B. Avery is too late.
Yeah, this would be bad, man, if it goes down. Hopefully it does not. We both will be disappointed. Link is in the description, and you guys let us know what you think. But we have the last part right here, Lamont. This is coming from Variety. And it says, Spider-Man 4 eyes Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton. I like this. Shang-Chi was good. It didn't reach its full potential, but I still did enjoy it. Tom Holland's Spider-Man will keep swinging in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director Destin Daniel Cretton in early talks to helm the film. In addition to Samuel Liu-led Shang-Chi, Cretton's other critics 2013's Short Term 12, 2017's The Glass Castle, and 2019's Just Mercy. He was just previously set to direct the now scrapped Avengers The Kang Dynasty, but departed the project in November 2023. Cretton has stayed in the Marvel family and had co-written the upcoming Wonder Man miniseries starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. Cretton has also been developing a sequel to Shang-Chi, but a source close to production says that Spider-Man 4 is currently the priority for the studio. The ending of 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home, saw Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange cast a spell, causing the entire world to forget that Peter Parker had been Spider-Man and that his friends don't remember him either. Lamont, is Destin Daniel Cretton the right man to come through and direct Spider-Man 4? Is this good? Is this bad? Let us know. How you feeling, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm okay with it. I did like Shang-Chi. I thought that was one of the better Marvel movies that came out post Avengers, and so I'm okay with giving him a shot. I think he can hold down the fort. What say you, my brother?
I'm cool with it too, man. I mean, Shang-Chi was a lot of fun. It didn't really satisfy all of my cravings as far as hand-to-hand martial arts, but I think that this is a decent match. I really wasn't excited about John Watts coming to direct the Spider-Man films, but I loved all those movies. And so, I think that Destin Daniel Cretton, is at the very least at the same level. And so this is, it's good for me. I mean, I'm cool with this. I'm not like excited about it, but I'm like, okay, at least we have something official and we're moving forward. I want to see as many Spider-Man films as possible. And so, I mean, I'm looking at this in a very positive way. So I'm not like super excited, but I'm happy. He has a lot on his belt though. He's going to be directing Naruto, Spider-Man, Wonder Man, Shang-Chi. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like he busy the next 3 years, basically.
Yeah, he is. And so, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have our Spider-Man 4 director with Destin Daniel Cretton, the guy that did Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Link is in the description box below, and let us know your thoughts down below. Is this a good choice? Is this a bad choice? How you feeling about it? Let us know in those comments. We are dying to know. We are dying to know. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Super Duper. Another episode, just my opinion. I think this is number 61. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in to talk superhero comic book news with us. Had a good time, and we'll be back sometime next week with the next batch of superhero comic book news. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Lamont with Get Life Games, representing that Captain Planet over there. Sir, thank you for being here, man. And why don't you let the good people know what you got going on your channel and where they can find you on these internet streets?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find me, that is my channel. You can look me up on YouTube as Lamont Tyson. Come join my gang. We're about to cross over 350,000 subscribers. And we review all sorts of TV shows, movies. We do a little politics on the channel. And if you yourself want to see a black superhero come to life, you've got one with me. I am raising money via the donation link on my page in the pinned chat and in the video description for G-Force. And it is about an African American male who acquires the power to control gravity that was meant to go to MAGA forces that have infiltrated the government and have been using those powers to traffic minority girls on the worldwide market and also suppress communities of color. See what happens to their butts once you meet a black man on a mission to unlock the true potential of his community. Make a donation. Link is in description.
That sounds super duper interesting, my guy. And I can't wait to see what all of that is about. But guys, of course, follow me on my channel as well. I got some cool things that you guys may like some movie reviews and spoiler movie reviews and series reviews. I talk about the box office. I have a weekly movie news roundup show, super duper. And these are just some of the segments and things and other stuff that I'll be talking about as well. But since this is a superhero and comic book show, are you watching The Penguin? You should be. Me and Lamont have a recap of episode 1 that is premiering right now for you to watch on my channel and his. And so if you want to know what we thought about episode 1 of The Penguin on HBO on Max, check that out. Also, guys, I'm covering Fight Night on my channel. Would love to you guys to check that out. And if you want an audio-only version of the show, buzzsprout.com. I'm on all of these platforms right here that you see, as well as SoundCloud. And so there is an audio-only party going on my channel, and you are invited. But ladies and gentlemen, Lamont, is there anything else that I need to go over? Did I leave anything out? Or did I get everything?
No, I think you hit all the home runs tonight, man. Barry Bonds be shaking in his boots.
Already. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.
Canvas.
Previously on X-Men. Here's Johnny.